Hey, it's James from Finney Electrical. On today's video, we're installing this Tesla charger. Let's see how we do it. Let's get into this. Oh, it's nippy, isn't it? Look for that. So yeah, we're in the heart of Middlesbrough, right next to the riverside. Got that working at the little van today then. So the big van, it's poorly. It's in the shop at the moment. But yeah, we're working right next to the river. So I'm gonna have a wander down and have a look. But I think I'm walking into someone's like driveway over here. I'm gonna go to and then have a look at the view. Oh yeah, it's the first minus really of the year. I think it's like minus 1 and -2. It's a bit cold, shall we say. There we go. If you know Middlesbrough, that is the river. Someone running down there. But yeah, I feel very fortunate to have that one on there. Have a nice little, like a veranda. You can look over the river and that. So that's pretty nice. But I don't know, is Middlesbrough a sought after area? Let me know in the comments below, I don't know. Right then, so onto the Tesla charger then. So the customer normally parks here. So the customer parks there, they want the Tesla charger just on the wall here then. So they can pull off here and then plug into the Tesla then. So we've done a little mark here for the top of it. So it's going to sit around this mark. It'll come down along into something called a pen fault protection device or pen fault device. And I think it's a brand called Garrow, this one. It is bought, it's come with it. So we're basically going to come out of the main cutout we're going to split the tails, come into a little board, and then from there it will feed the Tesla charger. There we go then. So we're going to just fix this base for now then. So basically just pick any 2 points. I might put more fixings in than this, but it comes with these little Rolson heads. It's like a square head. But yeah, so what we're going to do then, get this fixed in. So we'll go centre here, which you have to do, and then it's suggesting the manual to do centre there. So we'll just do that, get it drilled out, get this fixed. So that should sit on there like that, and then the whole charger just clips in essentially. Cable in the bottom, job's a good one. Right, that's the hole through then. So we're just going to nip off the wholesalers now, because obviously this is not the van I normally work out of, so I don't know what's in here. And there's no cleats, so I'm going to get some cleats. There's like a 40mm compression gland we need for the fuse board side. So we're going to bring all the cables through that. What else we got? So obviously your mains, so you got live neutral, 25mm, 16mm earth into your board, and then out your board. We're going to have to gland it with, we'll get 10 meters of 6mm SWA, and then we'll gland it on the fuse board side. The braiding of that armoured will be the house's earth, but the pen fault, it's got like a switched earth, so that switched earth will not be exported to the switched earth will be exported to the charger, so it'll be live earth neutral coming out of a contactor. So if there's a pen fault, it disconnects live neutral and earth, but we won't export the house's earth. So obviously if that cable gets damaged and cut into it, it's going to blow. Yeah, but obviously if you export the earth, it bypasses the pen fault detection and your car's still earthed. So don't do that, otherwise if it's pen fault detection, you touch your car, you're gonna, it's like a big human fly zapper. Now I'm looking very, it's a pirate's life for me today. And I got this off me father-in-law. Look at this, little light whilst you're working, brilliant, and it's rechargeable as well. Oh, pop that out. You pop that into a USB. There you go. Charge it up. Charge the good one. I'm so glad I got these coats on today, or with me, because I'm off snowboarding later. So I've got little lads holiday to Bulgaria, doing some snowboarding. So I had to learn, but I hadn't done too bad. I learned how to snowboard in one session really, and I've got another 2 sessions booked, so I should be pretty decent by the time I get on the slopes. Yeah, we got his bits, so let's get back to the job then. So I keep ordering EV Ultra cable for Tesla chargers, because we fit Zappy that often, but the Teslas don't need it. It's just an SWA, or if it's a low impact area where it's not going to hit, you can use I don't know, a bit of high tough or something if you don't want to be bothered glanding off armoured. But yeah, we should have picked up that then. So we've got some SWA now instead of EV Ultra cable. Yeah, price difference is a lot. So you got like SWAs, maybe £2 a metre, £3 a metre, something like that. For 6mm 3-core, 6mm 3-core with the Cat 5 for EV Ultras, something like 10-12 quid or something daft. So it's a lot more. Yeah, so yeah, we'll swap that one out and then we'll use that EV Ultra on a different job. Yeah, I've just had a look at next jobs in Scunthorpe of all places, so it's like a good 2 hours away. So it means we have to set off in less than an hour. So we're gonna have to race through this one. Oh dear. Right, cable's clipped in beautifully, so we're just going around with this hacksaw then. Bend, 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 bend. And that breaks all the braidings off. And then we're just going to strip down it now with a knife, pull it off, get it in there. And then you just wire it up then. So it's just L1, neutral, earth. And you're exporting the earth. And that's how you do it. That's this side done. And then it just clips in then the whole unit. 2 screws, top, bottom. And that's it. Oh, getting knackered. I'm gonna race through this. Okay, that's landed in now. Give them a few pulls. Yeah, that'll do. Right, let's get this in then. So, on electricians use grey as neutral. If you do otherwise, let me know in the comments below. Oh, there we go. Get that in there. Right, it's ready to go on now then. So this is going to fasten in there then, and there's just some screw holes to send top and bottom. And you're going to do the Tesla knee hold so you don't wreck the cable and scratch it all up. There we go, that's it on then. So with these it's really awkward to get that into there. So it don't fit in like that because the cable's in the way. So you have to kind of thread it through the middle somehow. There we go, it's in. Right then, just stripping this now then. Just going to get this armoured. Oh, going to get this into this box then. Hammer it to the bottom of there, and all you do is wire in. So live into there, neutral into there, and then which is your earth? The earth is your N1. So your earth actually switches in this example then, which is pretty cool. So let's get this landed off, we'll get it banjoed off. That'll get earth to the actual house's earth, and then that'll be this done. So again then, this is a little contact then. This is the little brains of the operation of Garrow. So I think it's between, yeah, I think it's 2 centivolts between neutral and earth. If it detects that, this will it's normally close, it's normally conjuncting. If it detects it, it will open that contact, which will open this contactor and disconnect the bottom from the top, therefore disconnecting the EV charger's earth, neutral and line. Flipping it's freezing. Put my headphones over here to keep my head warm. But yeah, this is a bit tight in here, should I say. So this door barely opens, that door's hanging off its hinges. I'm just barely squeezing in. Yeah, I'm having to split the tails like this. There's no room in these. It looks like Proteus has won the day for the local DNO here. There we go, that's that linking. It's like polishing a turd this. This is a right turd. Back on. There we go then, another happy customer. Now flipping out, after I'm going to get to Scunthorpe, 2 hours 11. It said an hour 50 a minute ago, so that's no fun, is it? So I'm supposed to get there for about 1 o'clock, so we're going to be about an hour and a half behind. Now it looked great that, didn't it, that Tesla? So yeah, just to recap then, so what we had to do then, we had to get the cable through, so we drilled through, got that nice little bend on it, so it kind of like slotted in perfect into the wall. And then what do? And then we had to come along, clip along up to the charger then, through a little compression gland, it didn't export any earth if it could. and then on the inside then it was glanded with an armoured gland into the board. That armoured braiding was earthed, so if that gets cut into, then it's going to go through any if it gets cut into any side, it'll go through the earth first. If it hits alive, it's going to bang out, trip your breaker. So inside that Garrow board then we had a RCBO double pole, so that was a Type A RCD, which you need for the DC leakage. It was a B40, so that's okay for a 6mm cable. So it's got the short circuit protection, so it'll cut on that. It's got the overload protection, and it's got the RCD protection to stop you getting killed if it gets cut into. So it'll trip within 0.4 of a second and save your life. There we go, RCD protection. And then it had the pen fault detection, so the Tesla charger doesn't have pen fault detection built in. So like your Zappy, you can just run an EV Ultra straight into it, and it's built in. You don't have to run it via a Garrow. You can just come straight off a double pole RCBO Type A. With the Tesla one, you have to put a pen fault detection device in, so that basically measures the voltage, something like 250 volts, something like that. I need to read the manual, but between neutral and earth, and basically that trips a contactor, and your contactor conjuncts out and disconnects your earth, your line, and your neutral, which is crucial, because a pen fault detection basically, live would come into your property. If the neutral disappears, it'll go through your appliance or whatever, through your loads, trying to come back down the neutral's been disconnected, so your only thing left is your earth parallel paths, which is anything earthed or your metal car. So you go in the morning, you've had a pen fault, and then you touch your car and you get electrocuted. So it's to stop that, really, to stop you getting electrocuted. And now we're in Scunthorpe, so it's a bit of a weird one. So they've had a house fire and they've built an extension. So I've come in, and what they've done is ripped all the ceilings down and chopped all the cables. So I'm supposed to just normally for a house fire, we can salvage circuits, so we can test which circuits are good and bad, and therefore you'd have to have a full rewire. So if a full rewire is what, 5-6 grand, we might be able to, it might only cost 2 grand, because we've just saved the upstairs sockets, shower cables, cooker cables, boiler cables, whatever. Downstairs lights might be knackered or something, and downstairs sockets, so that might be the only thing we have to rewire. In this case, the builders pulled the ceiling down, chopped all the cables out dangling, turned the power off, and then built an extension on the back. So I don't know. So yeah, we can't charge for fully ICR. There's no testing. I opened it up, tried to do end-to-end on sockets, and there was just nothing. So I was like, and then I'd look at the side board and they're all chopped off, and I was like, right, well, it's going to get a smart home put in anyway, which you're going to have to rewire the lights. All the sockets will need rewiring anyway, so let's just start from scratch. So we're just going to do a little report on what's happened, and that's all we can charge for, unfortunately. Right, so cool thing is, the customer from the EV job had seen the other EV I did for the Tesla and liked it that much, he wanted to get us in. So these YouTube videos are paying off finally. We're getting people watching them and saying, oh, this guy can do it, and do it really well. But afterwards I showed him, he was like, yes, it's very neat. I was like, yep, it looked great. So he was really happy how neat it was, and he was like, oh yeah, your video explained the pen fault detection very well, so very impressed, keep up the videos. So I better do what he says. I'm gonna make my snowboarding. So what are we on now? 3:15. The thing doesn't start till 6, so I've got loads of time now. So it'll be about maybe an hour over to Escape. So it's like a big ski slope in Castleford. I'll have a look now to see Escape Castleford. Yeah, it's a big ski slope in Castleford, and you can basically practice snowboarding. So I've had a lesson already, and I'm already bombing down and skidding in and going up the little lift thing. So I think I'll pick it up really fast. So I can't wait to go to Bulgaria for the lads' holiday. Woo! Oh look, car, no hands. This was great fun, glad I made it. Would have sucked if we would have missed that one, so I'm glad that was a failed ICR. Now if you like this kind of content then hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the little bell notification so know when we're next uploaded. As always, have a good one from me. I'll see you on the next one. Woohoo!